Raven Saunders, another collegiate record, 1956, 64 2.25, ending this competition the way it's supposed to be ended. When you had the 1920 earlier, could you feel it building?
Oh yeah, I knew I had a collegiate record in me after that 1920 because I knew I didn't give that throw everything I had, and with me being only 3 centimeters away, I knew it was just a matter of time.
What was the difference in that last one? Just a huge amount of adrenaline and all the technique clicking?
Oh yeah, it really was. You know, I was really in there, and I'm like, all right, I'm too close to my record just to let it slip away right now. So I just got into the ring, and I had nothing to lose, so I just went for it.
What happened last year? Does something like that get erased through outdoor and through Olympic trials, or were you still coming here on a mission?
I was still coming on a mission. You know, it's indoors, and this is where, you know, bad stuff happened last year, and I refuse to let it happen again.
What was the biggest learning experience in the past 12 months? Just, we know that you have the physical talent.
Yes,
we know that you train amazing, but just mentally and emotionally to not let something like that unfold again.
Really, it was just a matter of, you know, taking it as a learning experience and understanding and really pushing forward, because I feel like everyone, you have to have something that knocks you down for you to understand what it is that you're working towards. So for me, it took me a while to get back to being myself, but once that happened, I was all ready for it.
So not only collegiate record, #1 in the world,
yes, sir.
Moving past Anita's mark
Yes,
from Euros, #4 all-time U.S. Behind Michelle and Jillian and Rangel. How satisfying is that at this stage of your career, being able to build into outdoor and hopefully, you know, trying to add to that resume?
It's great. This is actually about where I wanted to be at by the end of indoor season, leading out to outdoors, and I'm really excited for my future right now because I know I have so much more in the tank.
The fact that you weren't #1 in the world going into this meet, I mean, are those like when we don't see you, when you're in Mississippi and you're doing your thing, are those kind of the silent things that motivate you? You know, I mean, because obviously no one drives Raven more than Raven. So I mean, are those the things that just kind of keep you going each day to say, like, when the last shot put has landed in this indoor season, that I want to be the best in the world?
Yes, sir. There's definitely a lot of things that I like to put as chips on my shoulder to try and really keep me grounded and humble and working towards, you know, being the best that there is. My high school coach, he tells me all the time, you know, I got to this position based off of desperation and working my behind off. So I try to use any and everything I can to keep pushing myself.
So you said after the 1920 that you thought you had the collegiate record in you. When you woke up this morning, did you think you had something big like that in you?
I knew I had something big based off of how good training was. You know, everything was just setting itself up, and I knew as long as I trusted in the program and my training and myself that it was going to come.
Talk about being able to train and compete this year with a teammate, Janaea, and her getting 8th, and just what that means for you to both be doing that for Ole Miss.
It means a lot. You know, it's one thing competing by yourself, but when you also have that support right there in the competition and, you know, somebody to push you, then it makes the meets and everything else go that much easier and makes you more confident because, you know, you have someone right there with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Raven, the fact that what you can still control are collegiate records, American records, world records. But I mean, obviously, I know you have a huge amount of respect for what other throwers bring to the table. So if I could ask you to weigh in, no pun intended, on what Alyssa did by throwing 57.5.
That was a nice throw. You know, my coach always tells me records are meant to be broken, and I'm just happy for her.
But you're happy when you're breaking your own.
Yes, sir.